Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Three Crones in the Woo Woo. I am your word witch and dragon slayer crone who is now in her correct seat. To my side, I have Miss Krista Ducharme with Dimensional Healing on Facebook, Dimensional Healing with Krista on Facebook, and guest croning with us today, we have Miss Vaida Stone, finance coach with MoneyWise Academy. Thank you. I'm trying to off the top of my head out of my memory, which that sucks anyway. So welcome, Vaida. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm fine today. And I really enjoyed your shows before, so for chatty and bubbling energy. So I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
We love that you're here. Now, you are a complete stranger to me. Krista knows you a little bit more than that. So, no, not Krista.
No.
Hey,
I just found out that we are closer living because Netherlands and UK in neighbors.
Yeah. See, that's why.
I mean, I guess I know her a little bit better. I just was talking to her for 5 minutes.
And I've just been reading emails. That works. No, I love it. And here's the thing. In many, many different ways, what you do, Vaida, is very, very important to people of our
This is great.
mindset and age bracket, right? Because many of us, even the most traditional ones, that have been a wife for years, may be starting to look at, what if my husband passes before I do? What am I bringing to the table for my financial health, right? And it's not just a matter of, you invest here and you diversify and you do that. There's a lot more soft science to what you personally do. Is that true?
Correct. Because working for 5 years as protection advisors, we're telling in case if something bad happened, illness or you lost your partner, so it should be some security in place, like safety pot I'm calling. But from my experience, what I find out that it's lack of the general financial literacy knowledge. That's why this my MoneyWise Academy born, let's say, because of the need, and I'm very passionate to educate and share the knowledge what I learned through practical life on my own, and also being as a financial advisor, coach, and teacher. So I just wanted to spread as much as I can my knowledge and help, especially women, to be financially stable, to be independent. And yes, there are a lot of serious problems. Not problems. Nobody wants to have problems, isn't it? Just a lot of serious issues like mindset, fears about money, and it's so deep. That's why, as far as I'm digging, I'm finding more and more things of what I can bring into my course and teach ladies and other people and young people as well.
That's fabulous. Well, let's get you going with this first, okay?
That's awesome, Gayle. You did. I like that. That's really great. I like the butterfly and everything.
Thank you. Very, very book. I'm reading the little bit here about your book. Tell us, Vaida, a little bit about that book that you wrote, because I love the idea behind it, the always enough method.
Yes. So long story in short, I decided to find what is common between flowers and money, first of all. And that's how big research started. The three main parts was very important for me to find the balance in life. So how to connect minds, heart, and money. And this was original idea how I started to look the way how to find the balance in life. Because originally being from Lithuania and moved to live in UK 10 years ago, I needed to start not even from the scratches like other people, but from the minus. And this, financial literacy knowledge and my practical skills was very useful as being an immigrant. And what I find out that is no matter how hard or how much you're working, how much money you have, if you don't have a happiness or positive attitudes towards your money, you never have enough. That's why, this spontaneously, title came like how to make that it always will be enough. I was teaching people how to put correctly money in the pockets and how to save and everything. But it's again, I realized after a few years by teaching that it's not enough to teach how to calculate money. Everyone is teaching, full of Facebook. Where is the secret? And that's why my beloved flowers helped me to find out that it's abundance, it's the fullness, and it's everything in nature. And this always enough method is basically from universe given to me. Let's say it's just two words, but it's connection between minds, heart, and money. And this is mindset, your attitude, and positivity, that always having enough of everything, because full of nature, full of universe is always enough of everything. We just need to work with ourselves and find that balance and connection between these three: minds, heart, and money. That's what I did during in my
I absolutely love that, because when I read just the little blip that you gave us, right? When I read that, what flashed in my head was the old Bible quote: "Consider the lilies of the field; neither do they toil nor they spin." And then I forget the rest part of it, but to paraphrase, it is they're provided for. They look beautiful. They are taken care of, and so on, right? Mm-hmm. And you found a way to kind of pull that out of, that structure of the parable that we know, and introduce it in a completely different way that works beautifully, I think. If you, it was one of those things that occurred,
The thing is, if you look at the financial books, usually this is money on the cover or something, like symbols, like serious man, like typically. But on my book cover, I chose like woman in the nature with the simple blooming of the flowers near the trees in the forest. And that's what I am emphasizing, that women, we are, first of all, like creators of the life, creators of all this fullness in the family. So we are mothers, and this abundance is nature, and we are part of the nature. So this, for me, is really important as myself being, very early living without the, parents, how to feel wool if I miss, someone, if I lost very early someone, if I was not rich, it is really not given to me to be rich. All this philosophical and very deep question was in my head, but I wanted to find out connection. So
very nice. Krista, do you have any questions before we go into our early segments? Go ahead.
So I like to ask unique questions that have zero to do with anything, in everyday life. So I was just thinking of a really cool question for you, since you're from Lithuania and and it's about money, but it's the holiday season, and I just came back from a Christmas market. Let me ask you, in terms of Christmas, the season, because I know in different parts of Europe we celebrate different things. What kind of a Christmas tradition do you guys have in Lithuania that really maybe we don't understand or know about?
Oh, it's a very nice question, and Christmas is one of my favorites, so I can talk and talk. But we'll try to tell you short. I'm very family oriented person, and for me, what I was taught by grandmother, very important. And Christmas Eve is so magical for me till the date, and I believe in these old traditions and even spells on Christmas Eve. So as a Lithuanian, we're always preparing 12 meals, vegetarian ones, no meat, no eggs during the Christmas Eve, because every meal represents 12 months. So that also this very nice moment then my grandmother was putting a white tablecloth on the table, and under it, as a symbol of Jesus born, of course we put some don't remember the word exactly, but some dry grass, let's say.
Okay.
And putting all this nice food prepared by ourselves. We were not eating all day, so we were so waiting. But the most magical moment, what I still remember, it was like on Christmas Eve. We went with my grandmother to the forest to bring Christmas tree. We were allowed on that time to go and bring real Christmas tree, and we were decorating Christmas tree. Now I already have my Christmas tree at home, but in my childhood it was a little bit different. So this and decorating the Christmas tree by your own made toys, baubles, guirlands. We were putting real apples, real sweets. So it's slightly different than they were. And of course, even the Catholics, Christian, but we were having, some spells during that evening. For example, who's going to live longer? So from where your boyfriend will arrive, and everything I was taught by my grandmother, all spells. So it's still magic. I always preparing 12 meals, and then I moved to UK. Nobody understand me, and not what, especially English. They said, "I'm going to buy, Christmas present on Christmas Eve." I said, "No, I'm staying at home. I'm preparing everything nicely and all these meals." So
wow. Wonderful. So 12, is it 12 meals or 12 dishes?
12 meals, but it depends how you calculate. For example, if white bread and brown bread, so it's basically bread. It's like a one, but some people a little bit cheating and they say, "Oh, it's 2 meals." But
okay. I get it.
Like peas, like nuts. You need to put on apples, everything, especially natural, because we were growing a lot of stuff ourselves.
Yeah. So it's bringing the nature into the table and filling the bounty, if you will, of the harvest and of everyone's hard work. And that's wonderful. Oh, I love that. So what's a traditional dish of your 12 meals that are you said no meat and no eggs?
No,
okay. So, but what would be other? If you were to, what's a dish? What's a traditional?
Yes, the exclusive one, I will say, it's the poppy seeds.
Yes.
It's quite hard to make them, but what we're doing, from 12 hours before, we're putting the warm water, let it stay for night, and then we're making the milk from this, pouring away the water and making the milk from these poppy seeds, and then putting some sugar, boiled cold water, and some we're calling that kuchukai. Some specific they done from the flour, small pieces. So this is our one of the traditional, which we always need to have. This is like Christmas Eve.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, all right. So now you live in London. And you say you still practice what your grandmother taught you, which I think is wonderful. Have you added anything from your time there at the UK to your to the customs and traditions that you still practice from your grandmother?
I trying to stick with my grandmother's, just of course, yeah. Just of course, I adapting because all three children grew up and they want adapt about the food what we're buying in UK. But it's no problem to send everything from Lithuania. We have Lithuanian shops as well. So the Christmas Eve, I'm trying to stick with my rules, but then we have English friends. Of course, we need to look what they like. So it's a little easier. So always, the guests, or especially unexpected guests or single people, if they are, always welcome to Christmas Eve is another our tradition. So, but not loud, no music. And if you were good, you are allowed to go to the church to bring Christmas at home, and then you unwrapping first present and Christmas Eve. Otherwise, no.
Nice.
That's nice. Nice. I like that. Oh, okay. Well, there. I see. I love learning the traditions about Christmas from around the world because there's a lot of really cool things, and there's a lot of magic, and people I get kind of caught up in what it is they already know. So like we've been going to different markets, as I said, Christmas markets, and you get to really see going to the different Christmas markets in the different countries, because we went to one in Belgium, we've been to one in Germany today, and we were one in Netherlands yesterday. But you get to see the different how each country I guess views or practices, how the camaraderie of what Christmas is. So it's really kind of cool. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that with not just me, but everybody else. I thought that would be pretty awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, my dear. Let's see here what we do next. Oh, here's Tracy.
Yes, actually, Tracy's right across from me.
Hi, Tracy.
Oh, she's coming. Hold on. She's coming around. She's coming around.
Hello. Hi. So, Vaida, this is Krista's sister, Tracy, who's visiting from the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yes.
Very
cool. Tell us a bit about your traditions, maybe.
Yes.
About our traditions?
Tracy? Yeah.
As your sisters, what you're doing.
Yeah.
So our traditions, because we've lived all over the world, our traditions kind of ebb and flow because we pick. I guess you could say we pick and we bring things that really speak to us, and we practice it, and we share it with those around us. One example I'll say for so like we lived in Japan, and for the holidays we have Japanese instead. We have Japanese on Christmas Eve. Or Chinese,
Asian food.
We'll commit to Asian. And for a number of different reasons. One, because we lived in Asia, but the other is because when we went to Washington, D.C. when we were younger with our parents, there was nothing open except Chinese restaurants.
So that is an Eastern Seaboard tradition.
So
Chinese restaurants on Christmas.
Yep. So that's what we did. Another tradition that we've brought. So one we're going to bring back from here, being in this region, is we've been collecting. I don't have one right here, do I? Oh, I do. So you remember the Christmas mugs, right? Mm-hmm. So we've been collecting them, and we have kind of a good collection going on. And so we're going to introduce Glühwein, which is a warmed mulled wine, to everybody. Gayle, you'll have that next year. So that's something that we'll be doing as a new tradition, that we've brought back from this area. And
Christmas crackers from the UK.
Oh yeah, and we do Christmas crackers from the UK, yeah, like Tracy said.
Now, are those like firecrackers, crackers?
The ones you pull apart?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have this funny riddles there. So this correct. You reminded me that's what we implemented on Christmas. Then we sitting all together. And
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you do. And
the crown.
Yes, and you wear the paper crowns. Yeah, because that's important.
Yes, we all queens,
There you go. That's exactly it. And then, of course, I learned the whole red underwear part living, for New Year's, living in Italy. So you got to implement that part as well. The whole red underwear. And so each place that we've lived for us has become, we piecemeal the traditions. Because we were even having the conversation about, what did we traditionally have to eat for for a Christmas meal growing up. And really the answer, it's not as lovely as Vaida's in terms of the 12 dishes. Ours is like, so what do we want to make this year?
Right.
Very cool.
So Gayle, what do you do traditionally since we're on that?
Well, my relationship with Christmas has been a roller coaster, love, hate, avoid, embrace, the whole 9 yards. But a couple of really cool traditions, and my sister has a completely different take on this, was that my mother would present each of us with a shoebox. And in that shoebox was a little half pint of milk and a little box of cereal and a piece of fruit and a napkin and a spoon. And we were allowed to sit there and eat our picnic breakfast while opening presents. We didn't have to sit down. She got 5 kids under, all within 10 years of each other. And so she was just like, yeah, I'm not fighting with you guys to open, to eat before you open presents. So here you go. Here's a picnic. Yeah. And my sister, her attitude about it was just like, what is this swill? Where is the Danish? And so growing up, as an adult, there's a big breakfast spread now, right? But that was what one of the things that we did. And I used to love going to midnight mass. Now, I'm not Catholic, but we still called it midnight mass because all my friends were Catholic, and that's what they called it. But we went to the Methodist church. Yeah. But it was still church on Christmas Eve. And I'm telling you that from a mom's point of view, that is the most amazing device to get dad and the kids out of the house for like 3 hours on Christmas Eve. So mom can finish everything up. And have a nice Christmas morning.
that could have worked out. Not really for Catholic mass for us.
No.
But yeah. But it's okay. The last Catholic mass, or the last one I did, was when I went to the Vatican midnight mass. That was cool.
That must have been gorgeous.
It was really beautiful. It was a really beautiful experience being able to be there at the Vatican for Catholic mass. We didn't get home. I think it was like 4 a.m. when we got done, but it was an amazing experience.
Well, I mean, I can imagine if we've gone to Christmas midnight mass at the Vatican, I wouldn't be ready for sleep anyway for a long time. I just be all,
we were very fortunate because it was a bus. We did a bus tour up. Mm-hmm. We were living in Italy at the time, so we did a bus tour up. So it was good because all we had to do, we could nap on the way home.
Nice.
So that was very nice. Yeah, and I didn't have to drive the bus. That was nicer. That was back when I would drive the bus every now and again.
It sounds that you're traveling a lot and having a lot of adventures as well.
Yeah, we love to have our adventures. So yeah, I mean, it is. It's really kind of cool. The way that everyone perceives and celebrates this season and how it all starts. So, I think it's kind of cool. Thanks for sharing, ladies.
Absolutely. Thanks for your great questions. Now, for any of you out there who are still possibly looking for some stocking stuffers, I got an idea. Awesome. All right. So I want to invite you, Vaida. Stay with us. Interject into the conversation as we go forward with all of these other little segments that we've got to do. Your voice is as valued or more valued than ours in this space. So please join us. Thank you so much for coming on with us. And now let's have a little playtime.
Okay, so it is Thunder Eggs today. Isn't that music? Let
me show you the video because I never knew it before now, but you'll see at the very end. Watch.
Okay.
And this dude is the most world famous Thunder Egg that was ever made.
Okay.
All over the universe, all over the internet. Yes. And I never realized it, but it's a Thunder Egg.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I mean, and it's kind of funny. The preview, that is so funny. That's such a
looks like really.
That is with the little eyes and the big mouth.
Big smile.
So it's really here. So the other day I brought Tracy and Marissa to the most amazing crystals shop that I have locally here. And so the middle picture of the clear geodes with all the really beautiful sparkly druzy, it looks like, in it. They had a huge table of them that they had cracked open, and they were showing. So essentially what a thunder egg, I don't think of that as a thunder egg, but I can see because it's an egg shape. And you crack it open and you have that druzy quartz within it. I think of a thunder egg as being more of a jasper based stone. So, and it looks more like the first one, where if you open it, it has all these different colors in it, but it's all jasper base. And so it's when that energy comes forward, she's trying to jump in. If you can grab her. When that energy, sorry, kitty cat's trying to come in and we don't want her opening the door by herself and letting all the cold in. So the thunder egg aspect, when that energy, for me, it's a jasper. It's really grounding. When I was thinking about everything, for today and this week, the energy, I kept seeing a tree roots. Mm-hmm. So from the thunder egg, it's like the jaspers, that color, and then like roots going through. So what it's just telling me is that this is that time. It's emphasizing to us that we need to ground. We need to ground to regenerate, not ground necessarily to protect, but ground to regenerate. Ground ourselves in order to find balance and connection, not just with ourselves, but remember, it is that season of connection, right? Mm-hmm. We're all going to be going to holiday parties. You're going to be going to do events. If you're here in Europe, there are Christmas markets everywhere. So you'll probably be going to do all of that as well. So there's this huge thing about connecting. that's going to be happening during the season. And you just want to make sure that you are in you're in that great stable place. You're comfortable with, hey, I am grounded. I know that energetically I am connected. Therefore, I am okay connecting with all this other awesomeness that's around you. Otherwise, you're going to be depleted. You're going to be tired, right? With that. So for me, when I kept sitting with the energy of thunder eggs, that's what kept coming up. And I thought that it was kind of appropriate. And it could have been that energy was coming up because, well, quite frankly, since Tracy and Marissa have arrived last Thursday, we have been go, 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 Energizer Bunny. between events, between markets, between travel, and you have to go here, we have to go there. So yeah, thankfully tomorrow morning it's a bit more, at least for them, a slow start. For me, not so much, but oh well, I have to. I'm not on vacation.
There you go. You're not. Yes, definitely. As you were talking about that, something kind of occurred to me. What? And I think you're right. Like the ones that have the druzy inside, I've always seen those advertised as geodes, right?
Yeah.
You crack them open and they can be amethyst inside. They can be crystal inside, clear quartz, whatever the case may be. But thunder eggs are different in that they are solid.
They are
right?
solid.
They're
solid. They are not hollow.
Agate, jasper, and jasper is an agate, and they're filled, right?
And yeah.
Right. So there's not a lot of space for the energy to be bouncing around inside like a geode would be, right? And reflecting off of the different faces and facets and angles, but rather that fullness, that solidity, that like you were talking about, that grounded energy of there's no airy-fairy space here.
No.
Right.
No, it's very connected.
Yeah, rock solid under your feet, so to speak.
Yes.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah.
So Vaida, let me ask you, how much do you know or like about crystals, and none is a completely legitimate answer?
A little bit.
A little
bit. Because I'm using some crystal for cleaning energy for my oracle cards reading. As with the flowers therapy, and I'm using some cards as well, oracle cards.
Beautiful.
So, and I love real stones, like rose quartz. So from my childhood, slightly interested in the stones, let's say like that. But yes, my strength is not in minerals, but
it's okay.
It's some flowers more. Yeah.
Yep. No, that's phenomenal. I love that. All right, cool. Miss Krista, will you tell us a little bit about the Coven of Joy?
I will happily tell you guys about the Coven of Joy, and welcome all our Patreon members. It is a Patreon membership, and if you go over to 3 Crones and the Woo Woo on Patreon, you can join. You can join either as a citrine member, which is $4 a month, or as an amethyst member. As an amethyst member, you get to visit with Gayle, myself, and Damaris 2 additional times a month on screen like this. Like you're in the room and space with us for the Moon and Woo, which, by the way, we will be having our next Moon and Woo on Monday, December 4th.
Oh, sure.
December 4th. And so, is it the 3rd? No. Is Monday, no. I think, it's the 4th.
The Tuesday's the 5th.
Yeah, Tuesday's the 5th.
Monday's the 4th.
Monday's the 4th.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I was like, wait a minute, because Wednesday's the 6th. So Monday is the 4th, and we will be having our next Moon and Woo on Monday the 4th. If you'd like to join us, please, I encourage you to join Patreon Amethyst level, because we'd love to have you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Let's do this. I wanted to get right into this because of the fact that we were talking about the thunder eggs, and we're talking about that solid groundedness that the thunder eggs bring. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to also like key back to a couple of things that we're dealing with right now, that being the full moon in Gemini, right? Mm-hmm. Opposed by Mercury in Sagittarius squaring Neptune. Okay. So this is very, very powerful full moon. And I've been reading a lot of different takes on it, just hoping to kind of fill in a few gaps while Damaris is still taking care of the issues that are happening in front of her. And we give her all the love in the world. And, you know, we love you and we make sure we want you back. So sound like we broke up with her or something. We didn't break up. She's handling things.
Life is happening, and she needs to be part of it.
Yes, absolutely. So that full moon in Gemini, you know, strong. It's just as powerful and as strong as pretty much any other full moon of the year. However, it's got complicating factors. Okay, so first of all, you've got the twins going on. So there's going to be both sides to every freaking story that pops up, right? You're going to be able to see both sides, which may lead people who are Libra sun like me to being indecisive, not quite sure. It's okay. Float it out. You're fine. Okay. Now, it's being opposed by Mercury and Sagittarius, which you would normally think Mercury being the planet of communication and talking, and Sagittarius being the archer that lights things on fire, basically. Okay, flaming arrows. Okay, so we're talking about the proclivity to have some hot words, if you will. However, it's squaring Neptune in Pisces. So Neptune being the dreamy one, right? In Pisces, being the watery one. So we have these emotional, watery dreams of really telling somebody the fuck off. Okay. And that's how I'm reading that one. Okay. But yeah. So it's okay to avoid getting sucked into debates with people who aren't willing to see reason. And if you did not get that memo before American Thanksgiving, I'm giving it you now. Because there are a lot of people around us, right, who want to be stubborn. They want to be narrow-minded. They want to be right. And if you come along, hopping through the field with your, oh my gosh, everything is gorgeous, I love my positive attitude, they will want to slap you down, all right? You don't have to take the bait. Skip along, little bunny, skip along. You're fine, all right? You don't have to get sucked into this competitive type of thing, because nobody's going to change the other person's mind, right? You're going to stand firm in what it is that you know to be true, and then they are going to stand firm in their position, which is not necessarily the same, all right? Now, do know that you're going to have the energy and the stamina to do all the errands, to hit all the Christmas markets and run like your Energizer little bunny butt does, right? But get it done early, because we've got Mercury going into retrograde. Yes. Coming up. And we are right now currently in the first shadow phases of that. So there's this unsettlement about it all. Wanting to do something and going, I don't think I should. And wanting to do something and, I don't think I should do that, right? So there's that and standard reminder for everybody, including myself. do not text the ex. There will be no ex texting during this Mercury retrograde, please. Okay. It just opens up nasty worm cans that you don't want to have to clean up. Don't do it. It never ends well. Okay. Never. All right. So all of that said, we've been talking an awful lot lately about getting rid of that which doesn't serve us anymore. You know, we were doing a lot of investigating and deep diving and journaling and writing and so on. And this particular full moon is very, very good for the next phase in that, asking those old belief systems, right? Now, we're not talking about beliefs. We're talking about systems, right? Belief systems that have put a barrier between you and that which you say you want in life, that which you are growing into becoming in life, all right? So all of those belief systems that are still in the way, that is what there is to burn off with this full moon, okay? They have fulfilled their purposes. You are complete now. They can go, all right? So you may still have to do a little bit of thinking about what it is that you choose to replace that with. But for right now, just know that that process is complete. You can stand firm, just like that agate, just like that jasper, knowing that you are full. You are completely full, right? There's no rough edges. There's no facets to bounce light off of. You are completely full of solid material, right? Something that you are able to stand on and not worry about it going, you know, tipsy topsy turvy. All right. Mm-hmm. So this is that moment going forward into all of this, right? So we want to take that energy from the agate, that very strong, very hard rock. We want to stand firm in our understanding that who we are in this world. We have let go of the things that are between us and our actualized self and move forward. We've got less than 8 weeks left.
Yes.
Until every planet is in the new calendar of Aquarius. It's January 22nd of 24 that Pluto finally goes forward and makes it into the next revolution, which the new age of Aquarius, I'm not sure how familiar you are with this, Vaida, but it's shifting from a top-down authority paradigm to a individual outward paradigm. Okay. So instead of, the Congress and the government saying you must do this, regardless of it makes any sense, and we do it because we don't want to get in trouble, right? We're moving more into a Facebook, TikTok, Instagram algorithm of life where what I put out there may help you and you, but other people that it doesn't help, are not even going to see me show up on their radar. Okay. So it's us as individuals becoming that which we were created to become, to impact the world with our particular gifts, which I absolutely love for you, Vaida, because what you're doing with the flowers and the finances, right? No one else on the planet can deliver that but you, right? So you're already like set for this next phase of life, and things are going to get really, really good moving forward, because as you are stepping into, and as all of us are stepping into everything that we came here to be, right? What happens when you live your authenticity? There's so much joy that bubbles up from that, right? When you're actually in your zone and you're delivering what you were created to deliver to the world, that joy, people are going to have to tie strings to your feet to keep you from floating away, right?
Yes, it sounds very nice. Just if I may add on what we told about, of course, we need to look closer what you said about the stars, and I believe in that numerology, and I'm quite spiritual person as well, as you saw. So what I'm helping people as well to work with the mindset in this transformation, as you said, find true calling of yourself. And I have my program, which is called like Always Enough, of 20 steps. But most importantly, what I would like to say, like, you need to think, you need to let go some things, implement new habits to feel this full transformation. But visualization, then you drawing, then you touching, that you looking at some colors, what I'm doing with the flowers and art therapy, this helping you to find out, because it's very deep analysis unconsciously what is going, if you can find, and bond between everything what you have as a part of universe, and you looking deeper into the stars, into these stones, whatever, because everything we know, this phrase that everything is energy, and it's for sure, just we need to think a little bit wider, open our minds, open our hearts, and find out who you are truly. It's not easy step, and for me it was not easy. As you said, you find your true calling. I still calling myself that I'm still going through my transformation path, because my experience very, very broad, but now I know exactly how I can help other people to reach that and get out from the comfort zone if you're not happy there, but what to do, how to make you happy, more positive. So that's why my flowers therapy sessions and visualization art is helping people to find out. And it's not only about calculating money, but it's about opening your heart to your true calling. Because, as I mentioned, it's a lot of...
I wanted to ask you about that too, because we have every week on the show, you may have seen, that you may have seen already that we have we give away a gift each week, right? And each week Krista gives away one of our listeners can win something from Krista or myself. Now, this gift that you're giving away, that goes to anybody who wants it. That's correct? Vaida.
It was like the present, like it's called offer. It's not only about my consultation, if you're talking about my voucher or what. So a little bit confused.
I am too. Sorry, I started reading something in the comments section and it threw me off. But you've got your book, you've got your link to your upcoming workshop, and you've got a Christmas offer.
Yes, the Christmas offer was for my workshop was on Sunday. But the gift, it could be, for one person, because we know about our zodiacs, we know about our stones, but do you know that every one of us have our birth flower as well? And this again is energy, what can implement and how it can help us. And don't know what flower to buy on the birthday, so I can give advice about that, and so we can create some small present, what is your birth flower and what energy it's bringing to you. Because sometimes, according to my clients, they said, oh, I love that flower and I never thought that this flower is mine because I never liked it. So it's very interesting from experience. But I create some particular description with the picture and features of the flower. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
We'll go to one person then, correct?
One person, yes.
Okay,
so
excellent.
Maybe we can do in a draw, but if somebody interesting to have this consultation, more than welcome to visit my website or just book or call. To call in details. 20 minutes is for free. I can do a consultation about the finance or the flowers, how it is related, because it's really nice friendship. What I find out how to help implementing that flowers therapy and visualization art into achieving your goals quicker, smoother, and see your true heart, what you desire.
Oh, I love that. That's
good.
really cool.
MFSVacademy.com. That's your website. Everybody can find out more information about the workshops and everything else that you offer there, right?
Yeah,
and I just put that. I'm sorry?
Yes, they can find information, less about flowers at the moment because it's under the process. But if there's a drop-in message on website that interesting about the to know they are above flowers, so we can just missacademy.com. Yes.
Beautiful,
Correct.
beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. So what we want you to do right now in let's see, what are we doing? How do we want to give this away, Krista?
Well,
Pick me, pick me.
Tracy's like, pick me, pick me, pick me. I was going to say, how about we have people viewing. So I think it needs to be somebody who's watching live versus watching in a replay, even though we do get a lot more people watching in a replay. But maybe have the people.
I have an idea.
What's the idea?
I have an idea. You said that we have the people who is watching live.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe the numbers energy as well. So which one is number 11? Can you see from the top? From the top?
No.
Which is
From the top, which is the 11th comment.
yeah.
Let's see. One, two.
So this is one is very good in a positive if you believe it is beginning of everything and we're in transformation age, so it will be nice.
9, 10, 11. That would be Joanne, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, voila, we have a winner. Hello, John.
Joanne was the 11th comment.
Lovely. So if you
There we go.
Okay.
There you have
Yes.
it. So Joanne, sorry, Tracy, you weren't the 11th comment.
And Joanne actually makes a really good point that that applies here. This is a great time to offer new programs and offerings.
Excellent. I love it. Yeah, and that wasn't her 11th comment, but actually
it was the one after. It was the 12th comment. So Vaida, explain to her what she won, please.
So this is called your birth flower. What it is actually person has 2 flowers in the day of birth. So then we talk in the private chat. So I just need a month and day, and I tell her what is symbols of the flower, what it's bringing to her. And if we chat 20 minutes alive with me, so she can tell me what is her favorite flower and color. And I will tell a little bit more about, her features or characters and what is showing about her. So basically flowers talks. And that's what I will explain in simple human language. And
Nice.
I love
Fantastic.
that.
So everyone can, it is just like I said, this is my my work from heart. This was my hobby from childhood to read and write down all this, magical stuff. And from mom, who was, like shop assistant, I inherited like love to numbers and calculation. And grandmother was, growing flowers all the time, and I know exactly all the small details when and how to grow and so on. So this is
I love it.
wellness.
Very cool. Very cool.
It could be in consultation. So anyway, just to book consultation and we can talk. Or you send it Joanna's contacts to me.
Excellent.
So beautiful. We'll do.
It's not going consultation about money. It's no okay.
Yeah,
Although
there's a lot of
fun
complications.
too.
Sorry?
Very cool. Yeah. All right. So let's finish through this, what we need to do here. So as far as our normal, every week we give away a 30-minute reading to one of our lucky listeners. This week, that lucky listener is, congratulations to the Woo Woo giveaway winner, Lisa Adams. Thank you so much for being part of 3 Crones in the Woo Woo. All you have to do, and for all of you who don't know what I'm talking about, all you have to do is reach out to myself, Krista, not Damaris until she's back, just me or Krista. And let us know which one of us you have chosen to deliver your gift. Now, if you pick me, it will be an intuitive tarot reading. If you pick Miss Krista, it will be a crystal reading. They're both amazing. So just choose which one, slide into our DMs, let us know, and we will get you on the schedule as soon as we possibly can. All right. And thank you once again for being part of the Coven of Joy here at Three Crones in the Woo Woo. All right. Now, this week, we have the card of the day is the Fool. So you know what the Fool's about. He doesn't know anything. He's got that naivety, right? That keep your focus, light, if you will. And as you're walking through all of this, you want to just kind of have that attitude. If how do I want to put this? Let who you are inside shine, right? No, come from, nobody's ever corrected you. Nobody's ever told you that was wrong or you're embarrassing me or any of that other stuff that makes you self-conscious, right? Just operate from spirit, from who you were created to be, right? And who would you wish to be if you weren't limited by the expectations that others have put upon you and you've accepted for yourself? Consider that, right? If you got the opportunity to create yourself as the person that you wish you could be, what would that look like? All right. Now, today's affirmation for this week is, I embark on my journey with a curious heart and a fearless spirit. Isn't that lovely?
I like that.
Yes. So that is your assignment as well this week. Go forward with a spirit of courage and fearlessness, right? And just explore the world. Ask questions. Question everything, Why is air invisible? There's one, right?
That would be an interesting one. Why is air invisible?
Seriously,
Be curious.
we're too late into the show to start, but by all means, think about that for this week. I want to say thank you so very, very much, Vaida Stone. Thank you so much for joining us here on the show this week. I hope that it's been fun for you. It's been a pleasure having you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for nice information what I hear today. Thank you for nice mood. As always, positivity. Thank you very much.
And we'd love to see you again sometime. We'll be in touch about that. All right. And thank you, my cohort, Krista, for making us fun as always. And we love all of you out there watching us day to day, week to week. You're here and giving us the reasons to show up. So thank you all very, very much. And have a fantastic week.